Well, in today's climate, and you're always hearing some sort of story about public education in the media, and every time, it seems like teachers are to blame for it. All right, and I think that it's unfair in a lot of instances, and I think that teachers overall bear the blunt of a lot of things that go on in education, but I can say that in a lot of school systems across the country, especially in urban schools, a lot of teachers do come into the school system and they're not prepared. And by right, when you first come out of college, college doesn't prepare you for the issues and the circumstances and the obstacles that the average teacher will face in an urban school. Because like I said before, urban students come with a host of different issues that are associated with poverty and low socioeconomic status. So in the average teacher development program at the university level, they don't deal with those particular issues. And then so the teacher comes into the school system, the urban school system, and they're basically unprepared to deal with the students and the issues that they are facing. And so one thing that principals can do, which a lot of principals has got away from, is to provide those new teachers with some sort of peer mentor, some sort of veteran that has been in the school system for a while, that understands the lay of the land, that understands the students, the parents, and the families, that understand how things work, so they can be a mentor and provide tutelage to that new teacher. Because nowadays, a lot of school systems expect teachers just to come in and to hit the ground running. It's just like, I always make the example like being in the music business. The music business, they want a new artist to come in to already have 2 million Twitter followers, 2 million Facebook followers, doing tours and shows all on their own, having everything in place so that they don't have to provide artist development, okay? And the school system is kind of similar, because there's really no teacher development anymore. They want them to come out of college just hitting the ground running, and that's really impossible in the average urban school today. There's so many issues, there's so many obstacles that they will face that they won't be exposed to at the university level. So the average teacher will not be able to come into an urban school and hit the ground running. You can't even take a veteran teacher that has been teaching in a non-urban setting and then put them in an urban setting and think that they're going to hit the ground running and do everything like they're supposed to do. Those new teachers, whether they're a novice teacher or a veteran, they need guidance, they need tutelage, they need constant feedback. A peer mentor is a great way to do it, but that can't be the only thing. Those administrators, whether it's the principal or the assistant principals, or the academic coaches, they need to be in the classrooms with those teachers. And they also need to provide them with feedback on a regular basis, so that teachers can have that constant connection with somebody that can give them guidance and understanding and help. Because nowadays, teachers just thrown into the ring and they're expected to survive. And then, unlike being a real boxer, at least a real boxer can go back to his corner and get some guidance and then go back to the ring for the next round. In many cases, the teachers are thrown in the ring, and when they come back to their corner, there's nobody there to give them any assistance. There's no principal, no assistant principal, no coaches, no nothing. And so they got to figure out by themselves. And then they go back out, and then they keep taking punch after punch after punch. And then some teachers make the adjustment, all right, and then they're able to survive, and they go on and have successful careers. But then you have a lot of teachers who take so many punches that they just give up. And that's what contributes to the high teacher retention rate in education today. Some of them just give up and quit. And then you have others that, even though they don't quit and get out the profession, they stay in the ring, and they just keep getting beat up. So over a 5-10 year period, they're so beat up that they don't have any confidence. They have low morale, and they just gave up hope altogether, where they just there in body. They don't have any passion, any spirit for the job. They don't care if the students achieve or not. They're just there. They're going through the motions. And to me, that's even more detrimental than them not being there at all. So the principal has to understand all of these particular factors when it comes to the teachers. Have to develop a good understanding of what life is like inside the classroom. And with that knowledge, use that to create platforms and strategies so that teachers can excel and advance. Because if your teachers excel, then your students will follow.